Why is it so dark? Welcome to Shyzalosophy 101. Here's your host, Shyzabox. Get out of here. And the horse you rode in on. Welcome one, welcome all. How has your day been? Ours has been how it has. Hopefully yours has been the same as it has been for you. But have we ever got a show for you today? You'd be saying, unlikely? Well, yeah, you're right. Anyhow, what you wouldn't be saying necessarily is that we didn't have a show for you because obviously it's right here. That's where it is, because here we are. But as we get everything going and rocking and rolling set up, which we should have been already, you would consider or think, but since we're not, we will anyway. Welcome one, welcome all. We've got a, kind of idea tonight that we want to lay on everyone. And by lay on everyone, we actually, tonight's a little different because the hubbub and the buzz on the of the nets, of course, is that, lo and behold, there's some issues going on with a little thing called X of the box. Now, we took the liberty of thinking to ourselves, selves, we should probably do a reenactment of what everyone at Xbox was thinking about when they decided to raise the prices on Game Pass again. So you have all of the big network executives and stuff like that. They're sitting around in the offices and, they're like, it's not us, it's them. They're sitting in the offices. They're like, hey, I think we want more money. What are we going to do to get some, right? And they're like, well, sir, we already raised the price on Game Pass a couple times over these last, hasn't even been 2 years yet. And they're all like, oh, you're fired. What a dumbass thing to say. Get out of here. Well, he got shit canned. There was some extra money right then and there in the payroll, but they blew it right away on hookers and blow. So they were right back in the same bind, okay? And they thought to themselves, they're like, well, we better call some studios and cancel them so they get on the horn. We are the bosses, pick up studios. And all the studios, they're sitting there grinding like the code workers they are. They're like, just doing our best. This is going to go on Game Pass day one. They're like, did you inject enough bullshit in that game yet? Yes, sir, just like you said in the meeting. The phone's ringing, I better get it. It's the bosses. And they pick up. They're like, this is the game department. How can we help you? We're the bosses. We want more money. You're fired. Fire your whole department. Hello? Hello? Damn it. And scene. Okay, so you might be saying to yourself, there's no way in hell that happened that way. And you're probably right. But what you're also right about is there's probably no way in hell it happened that way. Keep up. Stop patting yourself on the back. Everyone got that right. Except us, apparently. Bad reenactment. Horrible idea. Anyhow, moving straight into it. We already canceled our Game Passes of the subscriptions, right? A lot of people have. Now, we have been lingering on the idea for quite some time. And if they hadn't sent us an email saying that they were kicking up the price, we would have stuck it out, even though we were unhappy with the price we were already at. The only reason that we stuck out where we were at is because we were on that grandfathered in tier of having already been set up for, the Game Pass of the Ultimate and stuff. The one that you couldn't sign up for anymore. The minute you tell me that you've raised my price on it once, and twice, well, 3 times, no effing more ways. No, nah, $30, get the F out of here. Way too much. Absurd, unacceptable. Now, here's where hilarity can ensue. And this is poised to look very selfish and very bad. So you need to go into it with an open mind. We are not the platform with which to disseminate this. That's why we appeal to Caesar. In the internet's case, Asmond of the Gold, right? Now you say to yourself, like, we're already watching him anyway. Fuck your show. Like, okay, fair enough. But we appeal to Caesar, Asmond, everyone knows he's Caesar, till we get appealed to him, getting his good thing, and pour salad dressing on him. Eat him right up. Let's be honest, there's probably plenty of salad dressing bottles all around his room already. Gosh, we're just joking, we're kidding. They're probably not. He doesn't eat salad. Anyhow, we don't know. Maybe he does. We joke, we kid, we jest. It's all in fun because he's obviously, Asmond of the Gold. He is the moniker of dissemination of viable information, okay? Now, there's a lot of places you can do that, a lot of platforms and, forms that comes in. But we happen to, right now, have a Kickstarter going on, which we're doing anyway, okay? It was already going on. We're already doing it. We already wrote books. We already made custom 3D printed buttons. Okay, we're peddling our wares. That's what we do. But we've gamed since the original Game Boy. We've gamed, actually, since the original Atari is what we came in on. All right? Now, having gone through generations upon generations playing virtually everything that has come out in one iteration, way, shape, or form, up to the point where the gaming industry just took off to where now it's impossible. Any professional gamer, as we were, no, you weren't, okay, everyone is. Anyone who claims to be. They are not playing these games as they're designed or meant to be played. They're either rushing through them, okay, to get to the next title or whatever. It doesn't matter. We're not talking about that. We're talking about Game Pass raising their prices. We happen to have something right now that coincides with that, which gave us the idea. That's why, obviously, it doesn't gotta be us. But Asmond should set up something like a platform, a kind of avenue where everyone, ourselves included, only probably not us, because, we're trying to peddle wares and get 33 bucks ourselves. Okay? But set up something to where those who can afford to can go and pump in their monthly Game Pass thing at least one time over to blow the idea of them raising the price of Game Pass out of the water. Okay? Like we said, it don't gotta be us, it don't gotta go to us, because then you have this plethora of gamers' money sitting there, right? You can't trust anyone with that. It seems like it's almost geared to pigeonhole that to going towards GameStop right now, with them having a moniker of having the Game Pass sale system point itself for like 20 bucks or whatever, okay? Seems a little fishy in our department. We're not even playing that bass fishing game. Or we are, it doesn't matter. It's all conjecture for your entertainment, whatever. The point is that it's not about the money, about them raising the price to $30. It's about the money that they are trying to elicit from the gamer for the exact same service that has been in place, that is not expanded upon, that yes, they may have very well added to in one way, shape, or form. At the end of the day, you are renting the titles. So for the price to go up again and again and again, and then to have this idea that all of a sudden, like, oh, we need some more loot, might as well raise the prices some more. That's absurd. No, we canceled ours already, as many have claimed and stated they have as well. Now, who cares, right? No. No one cares. What's going to happen is Xbox will take their little dip. They'll put out one game eventually that's going to drive that subscription service right back up to a viable medium of acceptability in their eyes as far as what it costs, okay? And then they're going to be right back to square one. And then, mark our words, come about 2, maybe even, 2.5 years from now, maybe a little less, that price is going to go up another $1 or $2 or $3 or $4 or $5, okay? Because they will do it again and again and again. Hence, you do something hilarious, enter of the net, okay? We know you're capable, enter of the zones. Your Bodie McBoatface is infamous. Your titty pussy of the memes, hilarious. The things that the internet is able to do and come up with is phenomenal. All it takes is one individual to disseminate and spread one little medium of anything, and it's expanded upon. Now, that's why we say we appeal to Caesar, Asmongold, because really what it comes down to is he should be holding some sort of little survey, some sort of questionnaire, get someone, okay, to be able to throw up, okay, entity, a Kickstarter, a whatever, okay. It gave us the idea because we happen to have one now. We're peddling our wares either way, okay. No one wants it, obviously. Got us sweating. We're only like 38% funded, and we got like 8 days left. So, we're trying to hit another $300. We're sweating. But, so is the life of a starving author. Okay? We're willing to go through that. What someone needs to be willing to do, and if, bless, we don't want to put anything on him, but he is someone of the like. Okay? We don't know who else it would be. We appeal to Caesar because Caesar knows who to give it to, okay? Maybe you go with Dreamcast Guy and you say, hey, Dreamcast Guy, ball's in your court. Maybe you try and get someone like Joe of the Rogan, but do they really want to, focus in on the gaming industry that passionately? Nah, probably not. But you could get Caesar, Asmongold, to find someone or do something and or, just delegate it and be like, whatever, I give Shyzalosophy my approval. Give him $33 because it's funny. Okay? Now, we seek not to get rich. Obviously, we're the best, worst celebrity there is. We go no higher. This show will always be free. Okay? We're not going to put it behind a paywall or anything like that. But at the same time, we do write books. Okay? We got a few. We got, like 8 books. Go to Amazon. Get any of them. No way. Okay, don't get any of them. That's what we peddle. Those are our wares. So, it would be hilarious. Okay, now it don't gotta be us. Get anyone. Get a better author. To start a Kickstarter. We already got one up and running, so it's kind of funny. Okay. You go through and you show not only... Here's... Internet... This can be a double whammy pajammy, okay? Now, that's an old internet term from dial-up days that never existed. Forget about it. Don't worry about it. You weren't in the chat rooms. If you were, you wouldn't have been after a while. Trust me. The internet was a different day back in the day, and good old Shyzalosophy was dialing it up with the best of them. So, you keep that in mind. Anyhow, weird. The point is that, man, hilarity can ensue. The internet has pulled off some shenanigans. It don't gotta be us, but it would be hilarious for some random book, self-published, okay? Now this benefits us, obviously. Some random, and it don't gotta be us, okay? Pick someone else. We appeal to Asmond, we appeal to Caesar. Pick someone, anyone. Do you even philosophy, bro? Okay? It's on our book. We monographed an advanced meta-philosophical term. I'm telling you, we can argue this shit. It will be hilarious. Or it won't. And we'll just, get a New York Times best-selling author for no reason except that we just do. Hello and hi, yes. What is this? Would you watch a tree grow or a knee? We'd watch a tree grow. You'd learn a lot more, obviously. Are you a leprechauns? Well, that's plural, so no, we could only be one if we were. Your question is flawed. It's Bree. Hello, Bree. What is thee? It's your name. Excellent. All right, so hilarity ensues. You get that injection of everyone canceling their Game Pass, and tell Asmond to set it up. Tell him to have someone else set it up. Give his blessing for ours that's already set up infrastructurally just so people can click on the link and do it for funny. But do not do it because obviously we get the money, okay? That's why preemptively enter of the nets, we have a tradesies offsies, okay? Now it's not fair and balanced because obviously we benefit. If everyone goes, cancels the GameStop subscription, spends that money that they were raising the price to on some random book that no one wanted out, we submitted it to an academic journal. They did not want it. We will not pay $5,000 or $6,000 to get this shit published, okay? That is ridiculous, and we will not do it. We will self-publish it, and we will ride the comedy trails of hilariousness of people pointing in our fingers and laughing at us for coming up with a philosophical term. Okay, now the thing about it is we didn't come up with it. The term exists. It's pre-Socratic. Socrates. Okay, this is some ancient ass shit. Right? That's what we do. It would be hilarious. Get everyone cancel their Game Pass, invest in something else that's the same cost, ride it just temporarily over, okay? Now, like we said, you get some random book, man, that won't do what you're supposed to do to be a book, okay? You get a service that is saying that you need to spend more money to maintain it, okay? And that's not good. That's not viable, and it's unacceptable. $30 for Game Pass breaks the bank. That is too much, and so we canceled, as many people claim to have. So, where does that money go? Obviously, back in the pocket. Okay? Right away, back in the pocket. Okay? Perfect. Everyone is $30 richer. And Game Pass will recover and do it again. And again and again. And the other companies. So, just like the GameStop stock, there is a chance here, using deductive, critical, analytical thinking and analysis, to really kind of stick it, okay, in a metaphysical way to these companies as gamers. Okay, now we are not one to speak on behalf, for our platform is not the reaching or the success as the ones of Caesar, Asmond, hell, Dreamcast guy, Dr. Disaster, you name them, RG385. Yeah, I mean, they're all out there, okay? A bunch we don't mention. Angry Joe. Any of them are viable. Does Angry Joe write books? Angry Joe. Give him more money than he already has. He plays games. He does his own thing. He's got skits. They're funny. You're going to take him away from doing that. Okay? That's fine. If that's what the internet wants. If that's what Caesar says. If Asmongold says, everyone, Angry Joe is going to hold a platform now, go kick him for a one-time over cost of Game Pass subscription that they are raising the price to because you're canceling it anyway. Kick it to some other entity once to just prove a point and just do it out of spite. Because we're done. We're done with these companies and their bullshit. So we appeal to Caesar. We say, Asmond of the Gold, hold your survey. Give us your blessing. Give us your curse. Whichever you decide. Now, we would personally, of course, love, any author would, to say, hey, we will speak on behalf of gamers and start a book series to give a return on one's investment, okay? We're gonna write books anyway. That's what we do. Go to Amazon. We got like 6 or 7 or 8, okay? We're not gonna stop. We're gonna keep writing books That's kind of what we do now. Hell, we canceled Game Pass. What else are we going to do? Get a real job? No, we appeal to Caesar. We will be the author. We will be the scribe. Okay? Now, other gamers might be poised to do it. They might be, well, more eloquently and vernacularly inclined to do it well. But we won't use no AI, and we don't bullshit our words. And we have actually checked ourselves because we were looking into it. We try and maintain a higher word per day limit than that of Stephen King. That's right. Now, this was Stephen King a long time ago, and he as well already, written his, but he would strive for 2,000 words a day. We can do 3, okay? We've been able to do 7. It's arduous. We can, all right? We will crank you out your books, Internet. You tell Asmond of the Gold that, we won't falter on our end of the deal should we get the blessing. But it does not have to be us. To make the statement, it has to be, okay? That is the appeal to Caesar, not on our behalf, not because we have currently, all right, something going on that fits the bill just by happenstance, okay? We got a combo deal that has a button in a book. You don't even got to buy the button in the book. The point is that if it's done right, if it's organized properly in the gaming community, which nothing ever is, look at the gaming maps for all of these games that come out. The roadmaps to success. They're all bullshit. They all get canceled, altered, changed, omitted. The game falters upon release, and they spent probably 6 months to a year mapping this dumb shit out. And who eats the cost? The gaming community, when they raise that price to $30 effing to cover their dumbass decisions and their stupid ass mistakes, okay? We canceled our Game Pass. We, as gamers, are done. We're well past done, obviously. We're senile boomers now. Pretty much, mostly. We've drank out of the skulls of our enemies for some time. And we're not afraid to, cut off our nose and go without for spite. So suck it, Game Pass. We ain't going to do it. You know what? If we catch Asmond's video, we don't get his blessing. He sets up something else. Hell, he gives it to Angry Joe or to himself. We would trust Caesar, Asmongold, we would trust him. Because he is authentic and he would not lead astray because he doesn't need. Okay? Now, we don't have, but we don't want. I mean, we do, but we don't. We're philosophers. Money's dumb. It's a construct. It's not real. The only value is what you put on it. Same thing with any kind of, digital currencies or anything like that. They're not real. They're all constructs. It doesn't matter. We don't need it. We need the idea of it. We'll write books. Give us $5. Give us $20. Give us $1. As long as when we go to get a combo meal at the Arby's of the Burger King, the shit works. And they're like, okay, you sold enough books. Here's a food. We can't eat our words. We can. We do all the time. Which reminds me, we haven't apologized for last stream yet. Sorry about that. Excellent. We can't literally eat our words. I mean, we could. We could actually, bite right into it. Our words. Not a good idea. You get the point. No, we don't. Explain it. No, damn it. No, we're just going to skip past it and pretend you get the point. Some advanced meta-philosophical shit, okay? We appeal to Caesar. That shit's hilarious, okay? The joke is there. The joke is already written because the money exists. Everyone was buying Game Pass. Now Game Pass said, hey, we want more, and everyone said, nope, we got it. Okay? No one has blown that money yet. This shit can be hilarious. Get a random shitty book on Amazon from a self-published author to break the New York Times bestseller to where everyone's got to read this dumbass shit, right? Now, we like it. We don't consider it dumbass shit. But it's advanced metaphilosophical crap. No one's going to want it, obviously. So there's a joke. Take that, New York Times. Why is this book so good? It's not. Game Pass raised their prices. Well, what's that have to do with this book? Well, you don't understand. It's hilarious. Okay? Bodie McBoatface in the flesh. We've got a Bodie McBoatface ready to drag his Bodie McBoat anchor all over the chins of the industry right now. I don't think you understand what is poised and set up right now in the industry with a financial kickback injection to make one of the biggest statements on the underground almost ever. Game Pass has unilaterally afforded the opportunity for society and gamers as a whole to do some of the craziest shit ever, okay? You thought Bodie McBoatface was funny when they didn't let that name go through because they were like, oh, shouldn't have let the internet decide. This would be hilarious, okay? You get some random, doesn't have to be us, it has to be someone ethical, okay? Or else the money's gone and there's nothing in return and the sentiment and the statement isn't there on that component. But the sentiment and statement's always there, so even if that does happen, if Asmond of the Gold, picks Dreamcast guy and like, oh no, he's really a good author, even though Shyzalosophy has 8 fucking books. They all suck. No, fair enough, we didn't consider that part. We always forget that part. Point is that, he can get whoever. They could take the money in dipset. Okay? Now, we'll keep cranking out the books ourselves, whether it's something in a series pertaining to, games that are rejected, things of that nature. But the hilariousness can be there, and there is a financial ball of gamer money, okay? And that's rare. Gamer money is rare. Game Pass just gave the biggest gift. Microsoft just gave the biggest gift to all of whatever someone wants to do with it. So we appeal to Caesar, Asmongold. There's a giant reaction to be had. We're philosophers, okay? That's what we do. There's a giant reaction to be had. There is a chunk of money there. Harness it and put it to joke. We got a joke set up. Reapply it to anyone else. It doesn't have to be us. Now, we're ethical and we would love it. We would love for our book to break the New York Times bestsellers. No, because it's funny. Holy shit. Read chapter 1. It is advanced meta-philosophical shit, and it is hilarious. It's not. It's not funny. It is funny. It's such a joke in the quantum realm that, we can't describe it, but that's why it doesn't have to be us. The joke is there, the punchline's there, the money is there, the reaction is there, it needs to be harnessed, okay? Game Pass said, we want more, everyone's saying no, that's there. Asmond of the Gold, Caesar, we appeal to you. He's not going to watch this shit. Fair enough, then someone just fucking tell him. We appeal to Caesar. Harness that money, it's there. And put it to joke, okay? Or run with it. Do whatever you need to do with it, okay? We trust you. The point is that Game Pass messed up. That shit's hilarious. And there's a huge reaction that can occur, that can be had, that's poised to be elicited. So, we will check in with the chat to see what we have missed. Looks like not anything. Excellent. Let us wet our whistle. Perfect. Go juice a necessity. So, anyhow, that was that. We already did the appeal now. We bitched about Game Pass enough. Oh yeah, I guess it's time to just peddle the wares a couple more times and we'll get out of here. Excellent. We'll call it a night. Free the airwaves for the good shows. These make great stocking stuffers. Excellent. All right. Well, I guess before we go, since we've been doing it, all right, we need to make a little headway and a little progress on it. We can't just leave without at least putting in some more work, okay? Because believe you me, it's what we do. Sometimes we will go ahead and write one poem, okay, out of the additional that are going to be included in the combo deal, all right, on Kickstarter, okay? Not only do you not have to necessarily get the upgrade of an additional handwritten poem on the inside of the book and signature signed copy, but as a little incentive, little throw-in, we've been writing them on the stream. Obviously, we got all these poems good to go. We actually just got our poetry book went live earlier, at least in digital form, I believe, right now. Go to Amazon.com. Feel free to check it out. Excellent. Well, we will write one poem now. And then we'll send ourselves on our way and go do something else. All right. So, how many more do we got to do? We were looking over that earlier before. All right. Yeah, we'll do one, and then that leaves about one more stream or so. Kickstarter be stopping soon. Asmond, hopefully you make a decision with whatever you're doing. Of course, we're just kind of here doing our thing either way. But the joke's there. That'll be funny. Let us know. We'll contribute something towards it or something, because the joke's there. Let's see. How about The Joke's There? What an excellent name for a poem. The Joke's There. The stage is set. The stage is set. The curtains call. The curtains call. All right, hold on now. We want to incorporate some of this stream into this. So we don't want to jump straight into just the first thing that comes into our mind. We want to make sure we do it right. So, the joke's there. The stage is set. The curtains call. When one is afforded, no, but close. When one is accosted, closer, not quite, got to ditch something else. All right, let's try again. The joke's there. The stage is set. The curtains call. Accosted one, accosted all. Close. Yeah, there we go. That's it. Accosted one, accosted all. Now, where to go to prove the point? Let's just check in, see how it's going. The joke's there. The stage is set. The curtains call. Accosted one, accosted all. Now where to go to prove the point? Financial gain. Close-ish. Let's see. Give us a sec. Financial compensation. Financial something. Tie-in. We'll check one more time here. Joke's there. Stage set. Curtain call. Costed one. Costed all. Where to go to prove the point? My wallet's closed. No, we can't go anywhere with that one. This is shaping up to be horrible. Oh, hold on, we'll get there. Jeez. Just hope it doesn't go in your copy of the book and you're all right. You'll get one of the good ones. The joke's there. It's just not funny yet. So apparently it's not there. Maybe that's the joke. Let's see if that works. The joke's there, only it's not. The stage is set, the curtains call. Accosted one, accosted all. Now where to go to prove the point? The bank is closed. No, see, that's that damn other word in there. All right, this is going to be a challenging one. This is the hardest one yet. Whoever gets this one, they're going to be really stoked. They're going to be like, oh, man, what was Asmond talking about? Go give this guy money. Shh, no, like we said, it doesn't have to be us. The joke's there. We just happen to have an infrastructure for it to pay off in two ways, okay? I mean, someone can shit out a book in the time frame, but it's not going to be as funny because it'll probably take them a minute. Okay, now they can crank it out. I mean, hell, we could crank out a book really, really fast if we wanted to, like, you know, but, you know, you kind of get what you pay for, and you run the risk of people just slapping in AI and shit, too. We don't do that. All natural, like our peanut butter. Ooh, let's see if peanut butter fits in here. The joke's there. Let's fix that E. There we go. The stage is set, the curtains call. Accosted one, accosted all. Now where to go to prove the point? Peanut butter's there to scoop. No. All right, we got to get rid of point. That shit's throwing us off. Now where to go to prove the game? Perfect. Let's go through it one more time. Sorry about that. Point should have never been in there. That's the point. The joke's there. The stage is set, the curtains call. Accosted one, accosted all. Now where to go to prove the game? Game Pass raising prices. That shit is lame. Xbox raising prices. That way we don't have the redundancy of the games. Obviously. Xbox raising prices. That shit is lame. And we'll go through it, just make sure that is viable. But I think we got something. Sorry about that point thing. That should have never been in there. That was probably Xbox's idea. Something to raise the price on the poem. Get an extra word in there, right? The joke's there. The stage is set. The curtains call. Accosted one, accosted all. Now where to go to prove the game? Xbox raising prices. That shit is lame. Excellent, that works. Good enough. All right, well, sorry about that point part in there. That was horrible. Well, we'll remember to never put that in that poem again. But live and learn. Anyhow, nothing like a hard days of canceling your Game Pass subscription. We've already done ours. You gonna cancel yours too? Or are you gonna help them float themselves on to another record year of taking money from people? Or whatever, I don't know. You gotta do what do you for it. This is all for entertainment, or it's not. There's a joke there, Asmond. We set up the punchline, you just gotta stick it. Okay, like we said. The punchline can be us in many a form. In philosophical terms, there's a lot of society that in the world of academia probably is not too happy with us. Okay? That's because we poised and posited some theories and views that don't align with the run-of-the-mill acceptable way of viewing things. Okay? We kind of did a little bit of learning to code. Okay? And in doing such, even more boomer people than us boomers get boomerfied and don't want to deal with that boomer-ass shit, right? But, believe you me, we know all you millennials are biting at our ankles and heels, so we're trying to get the shit squared away. But, there you go. So anyhow, we monographed Lecta, two of them. They're elected. Very excellent. And that is what we're most proud of, because that is viable and irregardless of anything. We put some work into this book, and we stand behind it. Ironically, behind the typos, too, which are in there, we found at least 7. We'll get them fixed, okay, in a future iteration. Sorry about that. But when you're writing it, editing it, proofreading it, doing the layout, doing the research, doing the work, okay? All by your lonesome. Typos get through the cracks. And what sucks the most is that we have to take credit for them, but with how we write and vernacularly put into wording a lot of things, it'll get changed automatically because something will think it's a typo, right? The word will think that misspelling. So, I mean, our added dictionary is all the old school words that just aren't used anymore. They're real words. They just aren't used. Maybe a couple that we made up, but that don't matter. Anyhow, that's going to do it for us tonight. So if you want to get out of here before us, now's your chance. Feel free to kick over to the Kickstarter. That would help us out a lot. We definitely appreciate it. No one needs to do anything. Hey, ring the door technician. Well. Well, ironically, Rick, we're leaving right now. You should have locked the door on your way out. Or on your way in and kept us here. Because, believe you me, we got a dipset. But it is good to see you. We're just peddling wares. And nothing like showing up at the last minute when we're doing our last sales pitch. So, at Kickstarter, you can get a custom shite button. And our book. Well, one of them. Or you can go to Amazon. We got 8. Well, Amazon doesn't like one of them. They don't like this one. But that's irrelevant. This one's fire and brimstone. A lot of people don't like that. But we also have little books, great stocking stuffer presents, little volumes of quick little lunchbox notes for when you're on the fly, when you're on the go, when you hit that alarm clock and snooze in, yo. And you're like, oh, I forgot to write a note for my niece or nephew's lunchbox, or for my kid's lunchbox, or my grandkid's lunchbox. Or I'm going to get a note and just put it in his pocket. You get one of these books. You find a corresponding thing, okay? It's a rainy day or something. Rain, heat, cold, sleet. See, after practice, have a great day. You rip that out. You slide it in their lunchbox. You put it in their pocket, see? We make a couple bucks. Actually, we don't. Ironically, we make like $1.60 or something like that. And then taxes on that. Yeah, we try to keep the prices as low as possible. But, point is that you can get the Kickstarter. That's right, now 38% funded last we saw. Believe you me, that's 38% down. That's like what some of our tests were like in school, but we got up to the 60% sometimes, so that's what we're hoping to get to here. And eventually, we're hoping to fund the entire thing. But, by we, everyone else. Anyhow, that's going to do it for us tonight. Rick, man, we're going to check over your chats here or whatever. You think you'd be gone forever. No, absolutely not. Next live stream. We've been doing them on a daily, Rick. It's a little wonky right now, okay? We got like 8 books now, Rick. We've been busy. We've been doing all sorts of shit. Here's some of them here. Okay? We've been doing work, Rick. We promise. Okay? We wanted some wares that we could peddle back. Okay, now some of them are theological in nature. Not for everyone. Fire and brimstone. Okay. We just got a poetry book out. Well, at least the digital version is. Okay, go to Amazon. It's on there. Kindle of the Unlimited or something, too. You can, just read it that way if you want. Whatever. But as far as an exact time, Rick, we don't know. We plan on being back tomorrow at least once, if not more than once. But we got a lot of works that we are transferring over because, we've been working our asses off, Rick, believe it or not. I know that we avoided at all costs and tell other people not to, but we got to compile now a bunch of stuff that we've written. We got, like we said, 8 literary little works out now. Nothing special, nothing major, all self-published, obviously. Anyone can do it. Okay? But that's what we do now. But we wanted something, Rick, that we could give back to some folks or individuals to where if anyone wanted to, they're not just going to the channel and being like, here's $1 for you being a bum. It's like, we'll take that. Go to Kickstarter, we'll take $1 for being a bum because we're short like $306 or something like that. But the thing is that we want people to get something in return even if they don't want it. Now, the custom 3D printed buttons are awesome. Says shite. obviously, that's pretty rad. No one really wants the book. It's a combo deal. You give the book away as a gift. You keep the button. You're like, hey, didn't that book come with a button? No. Take your gift and get out of my house. You know, they're like, okay, I'm going to read this. You're like, good. Then they won't talk to you because they'll be like, oh, man, they gave me the worst book ever. And so, I don't know, something like that. Or not like that at all. Doesn't matter. But, Rick, fantastic to see you. We are glad. We saw Josh the other night. It's been crazy. We saw the big JC. All right. We're retouching base. We're sorry we were out of the loop for a minute there, but we came across that shiznit, okay, with all that bioluminescent brainium theory stuff, okay? And that threw us into a little thing of like, man, we got to dive into some research and shit, because that's what we do, you know, historians and whatnot, you know? So we did that, and then it's like, well, we discovered an ancient philosophical term, might as well monograph that real quick. One thing led to another, all right? We've just been doing that. The lecta are viable. The monographing is correct. Okay, we'll stand by it. We can argue it and all that. It is very advanced metaphilosophical stuff. It's not for everyone. It's not an easy read. If you can get through chapter 1 without a problem, without a question, with the exception of the typos that we found, okay, we'll fix them. We have them marked. Okay, as we come across them, we're like, well, fucking, we gotta fix this one. Okay, we've read it multiple times. We are always finding something like, this be better, this be changed. All right, that's the different versions, iterations to come out. First one is flawed as we are, okay? But it's going to be the most completed flaw that there is. So there you go. Anyhow, excellent to see you, Rick. I have a question. Go ahead. What's the question? What's with the fly content? Well, the fly's still around, but he did try and slip in a promo for the Kickstarter recently, Rick. So we're getting the bearings. Rock, the charge is stuck, so he's been out of the picture for a minute. Kind of letting us do whatever with the channel right now, but he does have some backup content that, you know, he's left. So we'll get that up or whatever. You know, we just don't do things how he necessarily did because we're peddling our wares. But the fly is still around. You know, we'll get them, up and going as we touch base and all that. We're just starting to kick things right back off again. We got some stuff that's now come to fruition as far as having some kind of marketable, equitable, whether appreciated or not, exchange to where at least, you know, we have a tangible something or a digital something with which we can reciprocate some sort of exchange should someone feel the need or arisement to facilitate or need or arisement to do. Doesn't matter. Anyhow, yep, so just that. Let's see what else you got. Fly content, No, thighs only live for 28 days. Well, that damn fly laid eggs all over the place, Rick, if we're not completely honest with you. It's almost like, you know, that fly could be around all the way longer than 28 days. Now, how do you know it's the same fly, Rick? It's probably not. Maybe if you locked the door like we had told you to, you wouldn't let them all in. So, that's on you, Rick. But, that's just how it goes. Anyhow, it is great to see you, Rick, man. Really glad that, you were able to pop in. So sorry it was at the end when we're popping out and everything like that. We had a massive pitch. We'll do it again real quick. Okay, Rick, just for you. It's funny, okay? It's funny. Rick, the most hilarious thing right now is in place. All right, now we already went through it, so obviously if anyone sat through all of this, hi, Mom, it's going to be a little redundant. But whatever, it's the internet. So everyone's covering each other's bullshit anyway. Except us. We're original. And Asmongold, he covers everyone else's bullshit in an original way. So that's why we appeal to Caesar. Okay, Asmongold Caesar. Game Pass raised their prices to $30. We ain't paying that shit. Neither's a lot of other people. So, Rick, there's a reaction for society on a national to global to worldwide metric that can happen right now. Okay? There's funding that was dedicated towards a cause that is no longer going towards that cause. So no one has spent it on a McDonald's run yet. No one's bought extra pizza yet. No one's rebought a different gaming console yet. No one's taken 20 of the $30, gone to GameStop, most likely, maybe some people have, and purchased what seems to be a almost pigeonholed way into getting GameStop some cheese and some clientele to try and peddle their wares of scratch protection on their fucking books. Oh, they don't have books. They have a bunch of scratched-ass games and stuff with jacked-up cases that they slap stickers over. Up yours, GameStop. You sold us broken shit. You're on our shit list. We forgave you and everything, but, you know, whatever. Seems like people are getting pigeonholed to go there, to spend, peddle somewheres there, and everything like that. So, you know, it's pretty set up and geared to just look a little fishy in that regard. That's all we're saying. It's like, oh, Game Pass is going to be $30 unless, you know, you go to GameStop and get it for 20 still. Well, no, they're just trying to sell me disc protection. I'm not going in that damn store again. You know, I'm done with that place. Actually, I walked in one not too long back, did a little lap, looked at their crap, said, hell no. It wasn't the one that we're super mad with. We're never going back in that one. Except for that one time we went back in. Wait a minute. No, we didn't. We hate that store. Anyhow, we forgive them. We move on. But we still hold grudges. Anyhow, the point is, Rick, is that there is money sitting now, okay, that has not gone anywhere else, that can be harnessed if done properly. So you get someone like Asmongold, Angry the Joe, Dreamcast of the guy. Okay, not him. Or him, doesn't matter. Get someone with a platform, not us. Obviously, ours is too small. It's a good size. Can't even get 1,000 subs. No. We're making fake accounts as fast as we can. We'll be there in no time. There is a joke with this money from Game Pass that can be punctuated on top of anything. Buy $1 million worth of pizzas for Taylor Swift's wedding. Okay? They're not rich enough. Kelsey eats a lot. I don't know. Maybe they want pizza in their honeymoon suite. It doesn't matter. The joke can be made. We are poised because we happen to have a book that makes 2 jokes utilizing pretty much the same funds that Game Pass is asking for that they have not obtained yet. Okay? So it's a very delicate line and tact of us mentioning this because we are poised to benefit from it, and that is fishy in itself. Just as Game Pass is poised, okay, now we are poised. Now we appeal to Caesar and say, Caesar, we wish to be that. Would you say, hey, yes, everyone, go and do that because it will be funny. Take that $30, instead of giving it to Game Pass, cancel that, and go buy this book that slaps it onto the New York Times bestsellers that no one's even fucking read, okay, because it's funny. And Game Pass not only doesn't get the loot, but now a book series will be created that is not a video game, that is a fucking book off of the funds that the video game company wanted to be utilized in order to elicit greater financial gain. The jokes are funny as shit if you reason it out, okay? Now, we're poised, obviously, in that situation scenario to benefit. So that's why we give it to Asmongold to harness that is there. We're poised. We volunteers tribute. We will do our best to maintain integrity and honesty. Believe it for what it is. We've worked this gig now on the Enter of the Net for 10 fucking years for not $1 fucking dollar. Okay? We don't seek to be rich. We don't seek to be popular. We don't care. We just want to be the best, worst celebrity. We stay on the ground floor level. Everything above us has to work. Dumbasses. Anyhow, so we've been working hard on these books, Rick, and we got a combo deal. Not a meal that you eat with your, mouth. The meal that you eat with your mind. It's on Kickstarter. And that was the whole joke. So, that's where we sit. Let's see. Oh, man, you've been going to town. Let me see. We'll catch up. Hold on. That was needed. What's the book about? Okay. The one on Kickstarter, this is a monographing, so pretty much an authoritative source on a concept that has no other sources written about it, okay? We posited it to a journal. We posited it to Wikipedia. We posited it, okay, to the internet itself. We posited it to professionals. No. They all said no. They said, give us money. They said, rephrase it. They said, give us money. They said, get more credentials. They said, get it, verified. Motherfucker, it's metaphysical. You better crawl into the quantum like you're fucking Ant-Man. What the fuck do you mean get it verified? These people don't understand the metaphysical. They don't understand advanced metaphilosophy. So we said, we don't care about you. 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 We're motherfucking punk rockers. And we will DIY that shit and put it out. So this is a monographing of Lectin. These are quick lunchroom notes. They come in a variety of different, series, stuff like that. Perfect for little stocking stuffers, but for when you're on the go and you want to stuff a little note into someone's pocket, lunchbox, backpack, purse, wallet, suitcase, whatever, briefcase, glove box. You find what correlates, what corresponds, find the ones that are right for you. Multi-volume set. They're little books that you tear pages out of and put the note in someone's pocket, and you don't care that you're destroying the book. Okay? For those people who write notes and give them to people for when you're on the go and you're like, I ran out of time, I didn't write a note, I need something real quick. Okay? It's like, okay, well, here's something. Right? Now, comes in a variety of kinds. Okay, there's 5 volumes available now. Now there's more kind of geared towards lunchboxes that grandparents or nieces and nephews or kids or something would, having their stuff. So a lot of them kind of like testing days on school, stuff like that. Some kind of motivational, inspirational kind of messages of upkick and stuff. But we're trying to make something for everyone. We got a poetry book now, Rick, now. Poetry's not for everyone, but we have a new version and form of poetry that we kicked in there or whatever called commentary. Okay? Don't worry about it. What you should worry about is that it's like a whole free section to a book. Okay? Now, I believe that, last we saw, the paperback is not available in that yet, hopefully soon. But what is available is the digital version's available now. We just got informed of that earlier and passed the review. So, we're trying to offer wares with which to, symbiotically coincide with the internet. So we'll be around either way, doing whatever. Okay? If our Kickstarter fails, we're just going to post it again, Rick. You know us. We don't go away. Well, we did for, ironically, longer than we thought we were. But holy shit, Rick, we probably read 15, 20 more books. We did more reading than we've ever done, Rick, in a long ever, okay? We read books and things that we never thought we would. And some really awesome stuff. So it was a blast. But we are back and to get to work. Let's check where you're at in here. We fall behind and get sidetracked. Question, yes. Fly, yes. That. Cracks around the house, no ceiling in that room. Well, Rick, maybe if the door was here to hold it up the whole time, but we're getting there, Rick. Look, we're getting there, all right. We're getting there. Don't worry about the ceiling. Those are optional. This house is built on 4 walls, Rick. 4 walls of the meta. That's not real. Well, fuck. Doesn't look good for us, Rick. There's 8 days left in this Kickstarter. We're kind of screwed. It'll probably be faster for us to go try and work under the table somewhere for a couple days and then just invest in ourselves. That $300 isn't going to earn itself. Decide do a gaming channel. No, well, you know, Rick, this is the gaming channel. We only do one channel. That's why it's all mushed together, because we refuse to do what a lot of other entities do. They find what works and they alter, they pivot, they give up on, they change course. Okay, we have always been a media apparatus here. We are not going to just pick up willy-nilly and pivot and change course and obliterate and delete past content. That's why we leave all the crap content up that is up. There's some really not good videos that we have posted. We leave them up because they are historical in nature. They're crap in nature, but they have to stay because they show the roots of what was to what became. Still crap, but we got cracked walls now, and now we only just don't got a roof. So, door ain't falling on us no more, Rick. Look at us go. Moving on up. Oh, Rick, we're running out of go juice. Gaming channel, other gamers kinda suck. Of course they other kinds suck, Rick. Because you say it does, and we agree with you. Star Wars Battlefront 2, it's a good game. 1 or 2, it doesn't matter. That's right, it doesn't matter, because the concept itself is what is really the best about that. You got the Star Wars universe, which is just, such a vast array of greatness. I mean, hell, Rick, with the amount of sheer content and information you've given us on the entire Star Wars universe, from focusing in on, like, Rogue One elements and stuff like that from way back in the day, to even components of, some of the different iterations and branches of, I think it was, like, the Sith breakdown or something. We could be wrong, but it was one of those. It's very interesting stuff. Why can't you remember it? I don't know, Rick. Can't remember a lot of shit. Just like we got to get through these comments. And we don't got go juice. So we're going to get more and more horse. Holding the book upside down. The book might be upside down, Rick, but remember it's reverses, backwardsies, okay? Like this is rightsies, upsies, okay? But this one's reverses, backwardsies. So the book's rightsies, okay? This is rightsies, but it's reverses, okay? Now, it's reverses. So for us, it's rightsies, but for yous, it's wrongsies. Just like this is wrongsies for yous, and this is rightsies for yous, okay? Now, this is wrongsies for us, and this is rightsies for us, but this is wrongsies for you. Rick, it's a bunch of metaverse shit, and believe you me, excellent example. That's why we keep you around, Rick. Because, it's stuff like that that really gets the examples out there that prove examples. You think. Therefore you am. Excellent. 1 sec. Okay, 1 sec, Rick. But then for real, we gotta go. But only because we don't want to be too hoarse to where we can't do more greatness in the future of greatness. When's that start? I don't know. I don't know at all. But what we do know is we might be able to pour a little something here. Ha! This might work. Count this as go juice. Perfect! All right, hold on. No, we're going to wait. We're going to wait, Rick. We wouldn't just bail on you. I mean, we would, but we wouldn't. Nope, we found a little something, but it's not going to last as long, Rick. It's just going to wet our whistle. So we will reside. I can tell you tomorrow. Well, Rick, we don't like cliffhangers. If it's going to be something awesome, we're waiting. Go ahead, Rick. We're waiting. We're not going anywhere until you tell us, Rick. Now we're waiting on you. Now we're waiting for real. That's the wet whistle that we needed, Rick. Now we're back in it to win it. Only we're going to go easy on the voice. Because we'll have to. Excellent. What? You got go? Oh, wait. Well, now I'm confused, Rick. Now we don't know. Now we don't know if you got to go or we got to go. And now we're stuck here. But that's okay, Rick. You know, because this is our bag, you know. You make your ruthless endeavors, you lie in them. It rains, you get wet. You get wet, must be raining. This is how it goes. It's that elements and components of how you pick up the pieces, how you move on, how you endure, how you continue to just thrive and move forward. That really comes and, you know, brings it all out. So, this is how it goes. Rick, are you still there? Or did you leave? Now, worst case scenario, Rick, we told you to stay. You're trying to type out a big, long, elaborate message. Then oh, what's this, Rick? Albert Wesker in Resident Evil 4. First appeared in Resident Evil 1996. Is that a comic or the show or the movie? Resident Evil 4 2023. That's got to be a comic or a book, right? In theory. Or, no, 2023? That wouldn't have been the movie for Resident Evil 4. It seems like that would have come out earlier than that. But we could be wrong. We know you know your stuff on that, Rick, but it seems like the Resident Evil series, or did they reboot that one? Maybe that's it. So that would be then a alignment with maybe a part 4 around that time. I don't know. We'll leave it to you, Rick. You just fill us in on the details and clues that we need. Such as this. Wesker appears in several Resident Evil games. Oh, okay, the games. Yeah, they started remaking all of those. Okay. We're on the same page, Rick. We're on the same page. Or the same interzones. Whatever. Where were we? Yeah, all right. So he appeared in several Resident Evil games. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Novelizations. Oh, okay, and the films. Yeah, excellent. Also appeared in other game franchises, including Marvel, Capcom. Okay. Teppen in his first appearance. Nice. And while D.C. Douglas voiced the character across most other appearances, Japanese dubbing, Soji Nakata has consistently voiced the character. Well, Rick, that is fantastic. So not only has Albert Wesker done all the stuff for Resident Evil 4, but with their appearances in things like the games and other films, movies, and that sorts, even up to and including Marvel vs. Capcom, which is phenomenal. We remember playing that one, the original, way back in the day in arcade pizzerias. Greasy. Huh. Stop touching the handles with greasy hands, you sick bastard. So that was us. Sorry about that. But yeah, some interesting stuff. Well, Rick, thank you for sharing. We'll call it there on that one. Okay, hopefully we didn't, hold on. Wait, did we miss one? Nope. Wait, yes. We don't want to miss that. Hold on. Oh, okay, all right. Yep. Okay, so 2 more are in there. All right. Across all of his video game appearances, several actors have portrayed Wesker, okay, including Jason O'Mara, Sean Roberts, Tom Hopper, and Lance Reddick. Live-action Resident Evil films and television series. Excellent! Well, Rick, you are a wealth of information on not only some of that Star Wars information, but it apparently seems that you got your doctorate in Resident Evil technology, too. Which is excellent, because Umbrella Corps is pretty crazy. Is that one? I don't know. Might not be. Either way, you would set us straight and tell us if it was. So, excellent. Well, thanks for sharing, Rick. We're glad we stayed around for that, because that actually kind of makes us want to go watch the Resident Evil series. And kind of retouch base with it. Maybe check in on, seeing how that lives up to the revisiting of it and watching it and things like that. So, Rick, great to see you. Thanks for retouching base. Fantastic. Hopefully we'll get that roof on soon enough, and yep, we'll get a more copacetic scheduling down, all right, as far as stuff goes. Right now, a smidge wonky, but we have it lined up now for a viable kind of setup, and we'll retouch base and get back to some consistency. Because if there's one thing we like, it's being consistent and knowing when we have to work. Because no one wants to work. Anyhow, everyone feel free to work on going to Kickstarter and making our ones of dreams come true. And Asmongold, if you were appealed to properly by whoever, there's a joke there. Harness that money. There's a joke and a statement to be made. Give it to us. Okay? There's ways to do stuff with that. Ball's in the gamer's court. There's just no jester to juggle it and let people know what's up. So, let this court jester throw it up. And, Asmond, you can either smack a home run out that bitch, or let it come down, bust out your katana saber, slice that bitch twice like you're a fruit ninja. We'll grab all 3 of them pieces and start metaphysically juggling those motherfuckers, and we will make some of the most hilarious points to ever come about from a corporation's blanketed overreach and overstep trying to get their fingers into the consumers' wallets and pockets. We will not stand for it. We do not stand for it. We have canceled our subscription. Many others have claimed that money is there. The joke shall be made, if the right pieces are juggled. So, get a bat, knock it out of the park, Asmond. Get your katana sword, and we can play with it. Let anyone else play with it. A lot of people know how to juggle. Not a lot of people juggle in the metaverse as often as we do, perhaps. Okay? But you don't have to write a book. As when I can't K-pop, I stop and get this book and buy it. Buy it for everyone else as a gift. And I go to Kickstarter and I buy the meta plan for this Shyzalosophy's crap. Or I don't. Don't matter. All right. We're getting out of here. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for considering any of the considerations that you consider. Asmond of the Gold, hopefully this reaches you in some way, shape, or form, and or someone in your kind of like capacity. Maybe not to the same degree, because there is a huge, massive joke and payoff to be had. Don't gotta be us that has it. We'll participate in it because we are part of the community, and that shit's hilarious. But you better pick the right entity, because a lot of people are just a bunch of greedy bastards that are gonna take that loot and run. Then you ain't never going to see nothing for it. But the joke will still be made, so it don't matter what decision or route you go with. So, anyhow, that's about it. We don't need your subscription. We want your money. So downvote the shit out of this. Go to Kickstarter and give us a buck. Get off our lawn.